This is D Brown, the Begotten Son, and today we're going to dive within the sound waves of forever. It's a chess move, every move.
This a chess move. Every move is calculated while opinions being formulated. I get my kicks off.
I'm actually calculating the steps that I'm doing. It's not like I'm just doing these things when it comes to putting out this music every week, or putting out these videos that I'm putting out, or putting out the different content that I'm putting out. I'm actually having a type of plan going on when I do these steps, you know, so I know where I'm moving with it. But seeing that it's a chess move, that means that I use that phrasing that it's a chess move to show that I'm thinking on my moves. I'm not just doing them, I'm actively thinking on everything that I'm doing. So therefore, I bring in the other aspect of it, of while opinions are being formulated, because there's so many opinions that may go on about what you're doing. Like in this case, seeing that I got everything planned out, and it's like, okay, now people look and be like, oh, but that's stupid, or why is he doing that? That don't make sense. When the opinions are being formulated about the moves that you make, it's like, let them make their opinions, because while they make their opinions, I get my kicks off. And I actually stop it right there on that bar just to make a point that they're making their opinions while you're in action. They sit back, make opinions, you're in action. What's going to bring more value at the end of the day? The action is going to bring it, of course. So while they sit back and make opinions, I get my kicks off.
I get my kicks off in style like Johnny Cage did.
And seeing that, you know, of course I'm getting my kicks off, I like that one when I say I Johnny Cage that. Once again, anybody out there who plays Mortal Kombat is going to know that line right there. You know, Johnny Cage, he's known for the kicks in that game. He's known for his specialty type kicks that he has in the game. So yeah, I get my kicks off in style. I Johnny Caged it, because when Johnny Cage give a kick, you know, he was flashy in the game. You know, he had the sunglasses on and all that. Anytime he do a kick, he's going to look all nice and smooth with it, trying to look like Bruce Lee with it and all that. So yes, every move that I make, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it in style. Get my kicks off like Johnny Cage.
All my bars is mixing spices like it's dripped in Cajun. All your moves is made in chalk, make it easy erasing.
So when you're making the moves that you're making, when you're not making those type of moves where you're really thinking them out, like the chess moves and all that, when people do those type of moves that's just there for like the quick buck or there for the quick thrill, it's like every move that you're making, it's easy to erase, because you're just making quick moves that's easily forgotten. Those type of moves don't build legacy, okay? Those moves are just something for a quick thrill, and then it's forgotten. So make your moves in chalk and easy erasing.
See, this a marathon, I am not racing. Be that leader that you seeking, boy, I set the pacing.
A lot of people are looking for a leader to follow out there. A lot of people are looking for that person of inspiration, or when it comes to a business or a venture, a lot of people look for that one that's just going to drive it to the next level and all that. And it's like, if you want to find that person, the best way to find it is to be that person. That's why I say be the leader that you're seeking. Boy, I set the pacing. I'm not waiting for that person to tell me this is what I should do or what I shouldn't do, this and that. No, I'ma just move. You gotta move. And when you move, you gotta understand that this is a marathon. Like, success is a marathon. If you're sprinting to the finish line with this, then you're gonna gas out quick. But when you're pacing at this, seeing that and that's a nice thread right there too. Be that leader that you're seeking. Boy, I set the pace, and then this is a marathon. I'm not racing, because like I just said, when you sprint to the finish line from the beginning, you're not gonna make it. But when you set a pace and you keep on at that pace, you can actually outrun those around you who just want to get out the gate just like that. So it's a nice thread that goes in this verse right here. Be that leader that you seek, and boy, I set the pace. And when it comes to pace, the best way to run a marathon is at a great pace.
Friday nights out hunting, looking like Jason. You can run it, I'ma walk it, still I outpace you.
Friday nights out hunting, basically saying that for the most part, I'm working on a Friday night. You can check my highlight reels that I'm working on a Friday night. I'm putting in the work. So when I'm out hunting, it's like I'm out hunting looking like Jason. People like that, when it comes to Friday nights, when you're an entrepreneur, it's really like we don't know the days. We just work sometimes, you know. So it's like Friday night come around, you might not be out partying. You might be on the phone making some calls, you know. You might be on a computer doing some work. You might be engineering. You might be doing something else, but not having fun. Friday nights out hunting looking like Jason, and then to thread everything back together with the pace and the running and the marathon, that's when I say you can run it, I'ma walk it, still I outpace you. Seeing that I just talked about Jason, that's that scary that's them scary movies back in the day where the girl would be running, balling, running as fast as she can, and then Jason just strolling along, and it still catch his prey. You know, so it's like, okay, he got the right pace, and he's still gonna outpace the person that's running too fast. If you remember the marathon, you running way too fast in the beginning. I'ma keep my pace, and I still outpace you.
All these soft walk niggas got me pissed off, cause they don't know the set of dent you gotta really stomp.
When you walking soft through your whole life, and you just trying to walk on eggshells, and you're just trying to tiptoe through life hoping to make it safely to death, that right there is like you're not living, you know. And if you're trying to build something, or if you had a dream, but yet you keep on looking at the other person or looking at your friends and being like, but my friends will not agree with this dream, my friends, my family would not like it if I do this, my friends would not like it if I attack this way, or if I acted in such a way where I give so much energy, you know, if I'm just amped up all the time, ready to work, ready to go at it, they gonna look at me like I'm stupid. That right there, you soft walking, but they don't know, to set a dent you gotta stomp. Like, you have to go out here and make a stamp on this world. You have to do something. You have to stand out if you want to go ahead and rise up. Right there, it's just that straightforward. Like, these soft walk people out here don't even know that to set a dent in this world, where you're dreaming to set a dent, you're dreaming to be remembered after you're gone, to leave a legacy, you're dreaming for all this, but if you ain't stomping, then nobody knows you exist. That's why you have to push forward like that. That's why you have to be in front of their face, and you gotta take the risk that they're not willing to take, because you have to stomp. And when you stomp, people pay attention. So just stomp. If people don't like it, then they just don't like it.
Let's go get it, if you really bold enough.
That's why I followed up with let's go get it, if you really bold enough. Because a lot of people are not bold to do that. Truth be told, I'm an introvert. I know a lot of people probably don't believe that. Truth be told, I am an introvert. I like to stay to myself. I like to stay quiet. But I know in order for me to build the type of businesses that I want to build the type of legacy that I want to have, I can't just stay in the corner. I can't just stay quiet. I have to be on the forefront. I have to make noise. So let's go get it. That's like a call, a cry for everyone else out there who feels the same way as I feel. If you feel like me, let's go get it, if you really bold enough, because we can get this together.
Build a legacy, make sure that it's big enough, and best believe when I'm gone, baby, I'ma live forever, forever, forever.
So I think that's fully straightforward. Once you do all these things and you stomping and all that, you build the legacy. When you make sure that legacy is built enough, once you're gone, you'll be remembered forever. How many kids know Michael Jackson? Like, he left a legacy big. So if you want to build a legacy, make sure that it's big enough. Whatever your goals are, that's what it is. But if you really going for legacy, make sure it's big enough.
I'ma live forever, forever, forever. I'ma live forever, forever, forever.
I say I don't really call that a chorus or a hook. I mean, you could say it's a hook, but for me, the way I think about it as a chant. You know, because every time I listen to this song, it's like forever, forever, forever. I'ma live forever. And I just had this vision of when people bump this song, bump the music, it's like they just get pumped on that, and they just it gets them through their day. They stay amped up. You know, that's why I say recharge your hustle, because I want this to recharge your hustle as you moving forward. Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
I need you to speak up. I can't hear you.
Got me feeling like I'm dropping bodies, like I'm off to a flame. Yeah, I'm dropping bodies.
I'm off as attracted to the flame, dropping bodies.
Don't even talk to me if you ain't about to lobby for this brand that I'm in, girl. This is not a hobby.
If you're in a relationship and that person is just negative on everything that you do, just negative, trying to bring you down for what you're trying to build when you're trying to build a legacy, it's like, if you're not going to lobby for this brand that I'm in, then don't even talk to me, because this right here is not a hobby. I'm not just making music for fun, or I'm not just building a business just for fun. I'm just out here dressing up just for fun. No, this is what I do. I'm building something. So if you're not going to be here with it, then step to the side.
Nothing's gonna stop me. This is my story. I won't let you bore me with that fear mongering.
You have your own life. If you're going to allow other people to stop you from living your life, as they say, living my best life, if you're going to allow people to stop you when they just trying to mute you or dampen your spirits, nothing's going to stop me. This is my story. I'm the author of this story right here. So I have to write what I want to write on the ledgers of my life. You know, so it's like, no, push forward, do what you're going to do. Nothing's going to stop me. And that's why I say I won't let you bore me with that fear mongering. This one comes in when the person that's trying to stop you, it may not be in the same way of that's stupid or just trying to dampen your spirits like that. It may come in the form of someone who cares a little too much, or just overly, like just caring all the way, you know, like mainly that comes from like family members, where you're doing what you're doing, but then they come in and say, well, you want to look out for this, or make sure you check out for this. I'm not feeling comfortable with you doing that, because they may try to screw you over or something like that. And it's like, look, I'm not going to let you bore me with your fear mongering, because when you fear monger, that means you're putting a lot of this. You're fearing every single situation. You're fearing every single thing that may happen. And because of that, you don't take any steps on anything. So I'm not going to let you bore me with your fear mongering, because that's what happens. You got to push forward in the face of fear. Not being fearful of every little situation that may happen. You got to push forward in the face of fear.
Take this country, it's a rap, and I'm rockin' rollin'.
I'm going to take this country, it's a rap, and I'm rockin' rollin'. I just put that in there, one, to say it as literal as it sounds, but then also to have some fun with the genres that I talk about, because country, rap, and rock and roll right there in that one line. But I also use it to say I'm gonna take this country, it's a rap, and I'm rock and rolling.
Hate's like water under a bridge, right where they trolling.
The hate that's coming your way, the hate that you're getting on a constant for whatever you're building, whatever you're doing, once again, take it, like string together all the lines that I'm saying about the fear mongering and you gotta stomp and all that. Like all this stuff, I'm saying these things because it's like the hate that comes your way, especially online, when people start trolling, which is why I say that, you gotta let that hate go under the bridge, right where they're trolling. People may troll online, but that's where trolls live, under the bridge. You stay the course. Let that be, as the saying goes, water under the bridge. Let that be water under the bridge, right where they're trolling. You keep the focus. You stay the course.
We too hungry, check my ribs, you can see them poking. We gon' keep serving like the US Open.
That's straightforward, right? Too hungry, you can see my ribs. I'm hungry. Like, I'm not eating enough. I'm going out here and get it. So you can see my ribs poking, you know, and I'm gonna keep serving like the US Open tennis, just to switch it up, because I know a lot of people would say serving and like to put that with food, but just to switch it up with the lyrical stuff, we're gonna keep serving like the US Open.
I did stay on top of the dome just like a fitted.
Two things with that. One, like I've spoken about before, at this point in my life right now, I'm not writing down my lyrics. I'm just thinking them. I'm just coming up with the lyrics and just bringing them here, right here in the memory bank, and then I deliver them. You know, so I did stay on top of the dome just like a fitted. That's one thing. And then two, so many ideas that I have. It's kind of like a practice to me that every idea that comes about in a serendipitous way or whatever, I actually put them down in a nice folder on my Evernote. Of course, I'm not getting paid for them for that, but on Evernote, where I just have a nice folder of ideas. So as I continue to check off my goals list, I have these ideas in front of me that, okay, now I'm gonna attack that, now I'm gonna attack that. So I did stay on top of the dome just like a fitted, of course, fitted cap, but I just have them right there, you know. I make it a practice to always try to think outside of the box, make it a practice to always try to think of, as they would say, an entrepreneurial way of thinking, where it's like, okay, how can we use this to do X, Y, Z, or how can we make this work, you know, stuff like that. So I did stay on top of the dome. Okay, the music with Forever, you know, that music right there, that's me in the background singing, oh, for you. That, you know, that sounds horrible right there though. But that's me in the background with that, and the whole chanting all in the backgrounds and everything, just to fill it out. And that big sound, like that's another song right there where it's just a big sound, where I would love to see a band play this joint and just crank on that joint too, because it gives me that feel of epic. The beat right there gives me a feel of epicness, like this is huge and I'ma live forever, you know, with them horns going, them brass just sounding mean on there, you know. So that's where the music came from with that. That's Forever, and you can find that on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you stream your music on the major music streaming platforms. Is right there under D Brown The Begotten Son. Or you can go ahead and check out the playlist where it houses all the music in one space on #Begotten Sunday. And we're going to keep on bumping this music. We're going to keep on bringing it out. That's Within The Soundwaves. I will see you next week. D Brown The Begotten Son, out.
I'ma live forever, forever, forever. I'ma live forever, forever, forever. Every song that I'm dropping,